Bring, bring! Hello, Mini-Town. Welcome to the council that fits inside a rickshaw. Today, we're turning a real headline into a tiny, silly town meeting where the mayor is a kite and the podium is a teacup. Ready? Let's make news into a giggle.
Here's the plan. 3 characters, 3 jokes, and 1 tiny lesson about promises and fairness. In 5 minutes, we'll fly, spill a cup of tea, and sweep up a bunch of promises. Stick around. It's all kind, simple, and silly.
Picture Minitown. City Hall is a bright, wobbling rickshaw with a bell that only rings when someone tells a very big promise. The mayor is Mayor Kite, a colorful kite that keeps getting stuck on lampposts when it's excited. The tea stall has our reporter, who always leans in too close, and sometimes hears cake when someone says steak. And the street-side janitor, he's sweeping up promises like fallen leaves, because promises seem to rustle and tumble all day long. Okay, Mayor Kite takes the podium, and by podium, I mean the rickshaw's roof.
Friends of Minitown, Mayor Kite sings, fluttering so hard the rickshaw nearly tips. I promise to make the sky blue shiner, to give every house a kite, and to install a slide from the clouds to the playground. Now, when Mayor Kite says blue shiner, he means make the sky more blue, but everyone hears blue shiner as if the sky needs a new pair of sunglasses. So the first joke, the clouds asked for SPF 50. They're very careful. Punchline 2. When the mayor promised a slide from the clouds, the janitor checked the roof and said, we only have a ladder and a large bowl of glue. Hope you like climbing.
Next up, the tea stall reporter, who loves to listen but sometimes hears funny things. He leans close to the microphone, which is actually a samosa wrapper, and reports, someone said they'll bake a plan, when the mayor actually said make a plan. So our gentle gag, the reporter shows up with a mixing bowl and an apron, asking, do we add cinnamon or common sense? In the riddle, he asks the kids, I am a word that sounds like a yummy dessert, but is really an idea to help everyone. What am I? Answer, a plan. That little riddle teaches listening carefully and asking, did you mean cake or plan? Finally, the street-side janitor, who takes his job seriously. He walks around with a broom labeled Promise Sweeper and says, every time someone promises something big, it falls like confetti. I sweep it up and put it in the promise bin until we check it. He bends down, scoops up a promise shaped like a paper plane, and says, this one says, I'll build a bridge made of ladders. That's lovely, but ladders need nails, and nails need a plan. The janitor then does a little physical comedy. He trips on a promise, does a tiny spin, and stands up smiling. The giggle there is that promises can be slippery, so we put them somewhere safe until we know how to keep them.
That's a great picture, and here's a tiny lesson. Promises are words that ask for trust. If someone promises big things, it's okay for kids and grown-ups to ask, how will we do that? When, who helps? Asking is kind. It helps promises become real. Checking facts and listening carefully keeps Minitown fair for everyone.
Exactly. So we laughed with Mayor Kite when he promised cloud slides, smiled at the reporter who almost brought cake to a planning meeting, and clapped for the janitor who swept promises into the bin until they were ready. Remember, kind questions and listening turn big-sounding promises into helpful plans. Be curious, not mean. Be kind, not quiet.
If you liked Minitown's silly meeting, tell a friend or someone at your table about one joke. Maybe the cloud slide or the reporter with the apron. Share a smile, not a secret. We don't need to shout a subscription. Just share the laugh and be kind to the promises around you.
All right, Minitown Council, that's our 5 minutes. One last tiny joke before we go. Why did the kite get a job at City Hall? Because it wanted to take the minutes and spend them in the wind. Bye for now. Tune in tomorrow for another tiny town, another small laugh, and another little lesson.